.33, the Sylhet Sixers. Going to be Nazmul Islam Opal. He decides to have a go at it without really getting into the right, well, not getting underneath that one. This is the last ball of the last over.
Was a slow ball. Talking about the variety that he uses, but even though it was well watched, well picked up, and again another nice shot over the offside field. Certainly looks like his confidence back. Full of good shots back over Bowley's head.
The little movement noticed, I think also noticed by the bowler, just trying to back away, a little bit of a trigger movement from Fletcher, and he tried to spear it down and cramp him for space, which is why he couldn't just open up and go for a big shot. Down the wicket again. Now Nasir Hussain throwing caution to the wind. He's not really timing them well at all. Can't understand this approach.
Yeah, it's the third time in 4 deliveries he's tried that. It's because there's nobody back on the long on boundary. He's trying to get that ball over mid-on's head.
Once again, it's a fun catch to the bowler. Again, not really getting hold of it. I think it should try something different instead of going down, dancing down the wicket.
I think it's a good idea because the ball's not turning away from him, so there's no danger in playing it. But he do it from the crease, in my opinion. The ball's coming quickly anyway.
There he goes now. That's what I said. I don't think he should have done it. He kept on doing it, and something like that was on the cards. Not sensible at all. Unfortunately, he misses it altogether, and the easiest of stumpings.
This is why I said he's probably better off doing it from the crease. If you miss the ball and you're in your crease, you're not going to be stumped. He kept trying and trying and trying, almost as if he had a point to prove. And another wicket for Nazmul Islam. He's bowled particularly well. His second wicket. And Nasir Hussain's gone for 4. 2 down now for 30, the Sylhet Sixers.
এমন ঝড়ের গতিতে সব লিখে ফেলতে ম্যাটাডোর বল পেন এতে আছে জার্মান হাইফ্লো ইঙ্ক লেখাকে করে সুপার ডুপার ফাস্ট এন্ড ফাস্ট গট ইট।
এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই।
ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
বাইরে দেওয়ালের উপর ধুলো টিকতেই দেয় না। এমএস আল্টিমা।
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন, বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম প্যাক নিন। আছে আনইউজ ডাটাকারি ফরওয়ার্ড, ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ। নেই পেপার ইউজের টেনশন। রবি।
Babar Azam is the new batsman. He tucks it away wide of the fielder and opens his account with a single. 4 overs done. It's .31 for 2.
রাজি মশলা নেই কেন? দাঁড়াও।
There's that unique style from Woodall. On the spot first ball. Key role for Andre Fletcher here. Joined by very experienced Babar Azam. Very healthy average, healthy strike rate. These two overseas batsmen will have to make up for what the captain did. No idea where he was going. Good afternoon, Roshan.
Good afternoon, Gautam. That was a poor shot. That was a really poor shot. Shot selection was horrible. Now, mind you, that ball didn't spin. It just went with the arm. just kept sliding at the right-hander and went between his bat and body. Need a good stand here. They need something special. They have lost so many games, and it sometimes can be very contagious. Losing can be contagious because it rubs on. It rubs on the team, it rubs on everybody. And then they just don't know how to come out of it. So it's a psychological thing as well. As much as winning is a habit, losing becomes a habit too, and Sylhet seem to have got into that habit.
A good shot, that'd be a boundary. Delicately played by Babar Azam. Just used the wrists and played it down. And just eluded the fielder. I think that was an excellent shot. We often talk about bludgeoning the ball. There's room for this as well.
He's a good player. I've seen him score runs for Pakistan in one-day cricket. Got a lot of runs against Sri Lanka in the UAE. He looks a very well-organized player, good technique. And when you've got a good technique, Gautam, you don't have to really blast the bowling. You don't have to be throwing your bat around. Lots of batsmen in the world have shown that with proper batting methods that you could still score runs quickly. Babar Azam is that type of a player, has a good technique, very sound, solid, and also can hit the long ball.
I think Sylhet should look at this as an opportunity, having lost the toss, been asked to bat first. Very healthy average first innings score here in Chittagong this year. And it's not a bad thing to put runs on the board, especially when you've got into this rut of losing 5 games on the trot. Again, just placing it in the gap, they'll be looking for 2. For a brief moment, they were even thinking that could we have a possibility of a third, but placed well enough in the gap for a couple. Again, that's what Babar Azam does well. He's got the boundary. Now he's got a couple of runs, and without doing anything at all, they've picked up 8 runs from this over with a ball to go.
He's raced to 7 of 5, which is a very good strike rate at this stage. So is Fletcher. We know how destructive Fletcher can be. Again on the pads. There's a single, in fact, only a single. If there is one aspect, maybe we'll talk about it in the next over. 40 for 2.
আমি ভয় পেলে
2s. The 3, of course, was an overthrow. Useful to keep that trend going. Get the 1s and 2s when you're not getting the boundary. Extended spell for Oppo. Third over, 2 for 7. Been excellent for Rangpur. Mashrafi Mortaza.
Well, I'm very impressed with the way he's bowling. Nice orthodox left-arm spinner. Showing the world that bowling of that type also has a place in the quickest of formats in cricket, which is T20. He's got 2 wickets, in fact got both the wickets. Like the release, like the action, and good commitment. He had to take his time. That's what happened. So otherwise, if it was quicker, Babar Azam would have been long gone.
Yeah, I think he was just out of position. He just couldn't, the hand just didn't come up. Once he got into position to throw, he was home, and Babar Azam realized there may not have been a run there. Sensible from Fletcher. Last over of power play. We've looked at all the games from game 1 that started in Sylhet. Something seems to happen to the batting side when they look up and see it's the 6th over. And how often have we seen the wickets fall? They really don't want another wicket falling at this stage. We'll come back to what you were saying after this delivery, Roshan, about running between the wickets. For a single, yeah, you were making a point earlier.
No, the point I was trying to make here is amongst a lot of positives that we have seen in the batting, just the running between the wickets. Well, we've seen this happen. Sixers being hit, and some really big ones. That's what Andre Fletcher did. But the running, that hasn't really been up to scratch. We've seen, I'm talking about not everyone, but most of the time they don't push that second, they don't look for the third. Not seeing that urgency sometimes, just like we saw in the last over when there was a chance of converting it into two. Babar Azam was just ambling. Down the wicket, just over mid-on. He'll finish it off with the boundary.